Well, hello everyone. My name is Flavius, and has been exactly about a month and a half, if I'm not mistaken. Because last time was June 22nd, and today is August 12th, and we finally have some balance. Quite a few balance changes. Not all of them, as I believe, as you probably read in this article, there's going to be more coming, and they are mainly focused on Mortal Judgment and Core Set Refresh, since there's been a lot of let's say frustration from the community with the power creep of these two last expansions. So the team today just posted this article, which I'll link below. There's some explanation that they're basically highlighting two cards that people love to hate, which is Dralamar and the Prey of the Desperate. I personally, Prey of the Desperate, my favorite one to hate. Anyway, these changes are not going to be live anytime soon. And probably not all of them mean that they're actually going to go live, but they will be on a public test realm, also known as PTR, from today to 16th of August. So for 4 days, depending on the time zone. You also have a link here how to access, if you can access, so you can try these changes for yourself. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump right into the changes we have for now. I'm sure the article says that they are going to, there's going to be, first round of balance changes. Okay, so let's see. This is not only a review, this is all reactions. I've not seen any of the cards, I just prepared for the video, so let's do this. Okay, first we have the Chiroptic Herbivore. Card we never see playing. This is a death card, right? So what it does right now, it's a 3 mana for 1, deal 2 damage to your opponent's god, and heal your god for 2 health. Okay, it's gonna go... this is the wrong card. Wait. I just jumped, never mind. So it's gonna be a 3 mana 3/2. Okay, I guess it's a buff because of the health. It's still 3 attack. Anything with 2 attack or less leaves it vulnerable to deception and light. So, okay, it's a buff when it comes to health. I would say it's more of a change. Thumbs up the effect. I don't know. Don't really see how it gets played. It's not an afterlife card. Even if it was an afterlife card, afterlife cards are being greatly affected because of Gleam Weavers. So that's why death is not as good anymore. Format. Okay, next one. So basically I don't have much to say about that card. So 2 mana 6/1, deal 2 damage to your god. Okay, very strong in terms of attack, but 1 health, very easy to get rid of. So it basically, it's a card that's very easy to get rid of, that comes at the cost of 2 mana and 2 damage. So it's going to be a 5/2, and it's going to deliver more damage to yourself. Still easy to get rid of. I'm struggling. So far I'm struggling to understand why this is a buff, but okay. Be a change. Soldier of Tartus. 5 mana, 2/3, be really poor stats. Echo. Frontline, give +1/+2 to the chosen one, which again it's odd because Light used to have a god power that focused on a mechanic of chosen one, which doesn't exist anymore. Some cards do this. It's odd to even exist. Give +1/+2 to the chosen one and move it 3 places higher than in your deck. Okay, so definitely not a good card. Let's see. 2/4. Okay, it's a buff, but no one's gonna play this. Okay, I've seen this card being played a bit more. Some people have been experimenting this card in Anubians. It's an interesting take to be able to abuse your Void a bit more before your Void probably gets wrecked by Gleam Weavers. 4 mana 4/4 was already good stats. Backline, ability summon 1 mana, maneuver from a Void and keep it deadly, which is again clearly for Anubian's deck. Very good stats. again, ability cards, I don't like when they don't have any roar or protected or ward, but it has backline, and you know Nubians can easily spam the board, so it's an okay card. 4/5. It's a considerable buff. Those five health makes a big difference. So it makes the card even more interesting to play. So for the last buff, we have a card that's never seen being played. I think the last time, I think this card started with just without any frontline. Then they put frontline to try to give you some edge, because you're summoning something for your opponent as well, which you'll be able to play straight away. It's not like this card has blitz or anything. So what is the change? At the end of each player's turn, they summon a random 9 mana creature. Okay. Okay. Now I kind of like this, because you get to summon, and your opponent doesn't get to summon unless he destroys this. So that's a 9 mana 2 creatures. Yeah, definitely a buff. Are we gonna see play? Well, let's see the changes and the nerfs. See if any of the aggro decks are gonna take a big hit, so we can justify playing decks that can reach to turn 9, especially Magic, because of all the ramping and that at some level. Okay, changes. See, we have got a few. Okay. First one, everyone is very familiar with. If you've played for the past few weeks, I'm sure you've seen this card countless times. Okay, so now he has frontline, no protected. I like it. It is a very good, nerf. I am not a big fan of any 1 or 2 mana cards, especially the 1 mana cards with ward, protected, echo. It's too much. Echo as a mechanic is probably the most broken mechanic of this set. And it just allows you to do something with aggro decks, even nature decks, but nature doesn't do it as much. But it circumvents the problem of running out of boards, running out of steam. Echo just keeps filling your hand, the user got power, keep filling up the board. If your opponent destroys it finally, when he's almost dying, you just spam the board again. And on top of that, then you have a 1 mana 1/1 with protected. So no, frontline now. Yeah, it's a good change. I mean, it is a nerf. Okay, a card we've not seen being played, Armor Haste. It's one of those others. It's one of the 6 mana cards Deception usually used for removal, since they have Rampart and Elixir of the Snake. So what's going to be the change here? Okay, that's a big change. Instead of saying 6 mana, it's 2 mana. What this card used to do, give +2 strength to your creatures and -2 strength to each enemy creature. It kind of reminds me of Overseer on Death, the 7 mana one, but that one tackles your opponent's health, and that's good to destroy the creatures. Okay, so this is going to be a 2 mana. Pull the strongest relic from your opponent's deck to your hand. Pull the strongest relic from your opponent's deck to your hand. Does Deception really need more shenanigans? It is a good card. It's going to become a good card, no doubt. I mean, he had Counterfeit, which was already good. You don't see him playing as often because Relic is not as relevant as he used to be, since War is probably one of the worst formats right now, except for the occasional Relic War, but Relic War is not very hard to also prevent. So 2 mana, pull the strongest relic from you. You're just stealing. I'm not sure if pull. I mean, I'm pretty sure that pull means you're just basically stealing that card from your opponent's deck. So I don't like it. Don't like it. It should be copy. Shouldn't be pull. Should be copy. But I'll make it 3 mana. Not a fan. I think the card is going to become If you've already hated Cutthroat, oh boy. This is gonna be a Cutthroat. A painful one. Okay, Penumbra Howler. This card has been very annoying to play against. Again, for a 1-mana card, too strong, 2/1 stats. The stats not that great, and I think that any 1-mana card probably shouldn't have any more than 1 health, but or be 2/1 or 1/2, fine. 1-mana card is any good 1-mana cards usually dictate aggro decks, and this card has a very strong effect for a 1-mana card, which I don't like. That's what usually causes people to get frustrated with a snowball effect of creatures with these type of buffs. It's going to be a 2-mana, 2/2. If you control 2 or more wild creatures, add a 1-mana 2/1 eagle to your hand. Meh? I mean, they could have kept the same effect, but make it a 2-mana. Don't think you're gonna see so much play now. Yeah, that's a considerable nerf. Next one. Another card that impacts nature too much. Not that nature is a big format by any means right now, but they are tackling nature here. So it's only a text change. We all know what this card does, and this card gets out of the wild format, which is something that I always find it hard to understand. Like the wolf actually only targets wild, this one just strength +1 to everything, regardless. So what does it do? At the start of your opponent's turn, their god goes to sleep. So is this a relic counter? It has to be, because I don't think the god is able to attack. Okay, guess that's the third tool. I mean, the fourth tool that nature now has against relic. Against relics, yeah. Because you had Chiron, you have Nefarious Briar, you have an Amazon card with Echo, and now you have this. Yeah. It's quite a hit to nature, honestly. So now nature is only gonna have all fire for aggro decks. Okay, Dralamar. Everyone hates this card because this card is absolutely no fun if you let your opponent get to 7 mana, and they have Dralamar and a 0 mana cost card. So it's going to be a 6 mana now, which sounds scary, but I think they fixed the biggest problem of this card, which is probably going to make the card absolutely useless. So instead of after you play a spell, refresh the mana equal to its base cost, it's going to be equal to its mana cost. So if it's a 0 mana, it does nothing for you. So yeah, bye Dralamar, rest in peace. I bet some people are still going to try and make it work, but yeah, rest in peace Dralamar. It was a good ride. Mountain Watcher, a card you don't see playing. 3 mana for 3, power 3, give. Okay. Stats wise, not that great. It's always better if it was a 3/4, which will make this card quite strong on its own. Olympians is not really a format. I know that it has been a format in a very long time ago. What does it do now in power 1? After your opponent draws a card, gain +1/+1. Okay, so this is going to be a 4 mana, 4/3. That will definitely be a 5/4. But this is a 4 mana 5/4. Because by the time you pass the turn, your opponent's going to draw a card. Interesting. Definitely better. That's a 4 mana 5/4. Which is almost as good as a Rhino. Nature, you know? One of those mid-range cards you've seen playing all the time. Or like a Rhino, or the Decant Rhino, whatever the name is, for death. Yeah. Okay, that's quite good. Amazons. 3 mana 1/4. Again, anything that costs this much with 1 or 2 attack, it's very vulnerable to light and deception. Really annoying. basically those two gods alone have really affected anything with that type of stats. So what does it do now? It's going to be a 2/4. Okay. What does it do? Regain 1. After this creature survives damage, heal it for 1. Eh. After this creature survives damage, deal the same amount of damage to your opponent's god. Okay. Yeah, not much to be said here. It's an Amazon, not a wild. Ooh. Prey of the Desperate. Oh boy. I had a look at this one. I was really curious. And, yeah. Now the card design reflects exactly what it is. Not a great card. Heal your god for 4 and give it protected. I mean, it's good for control, but it's just strange. A card that you used to see all the time in aggro, now it's going to be a control card. Because control has the other 1-mana card, heal everything for 3 and draw a card. So this gives it protected, which could be useful. You're playing against Relic, I guess, but yeah. Like Dralamar, rest in peace. I still wanted to make an emote of this card, but not broken anymore. I think this is gonna annoy a lot of people. You're killing free to play, blah blah blah. I mean, the card was disgusting. I don't have necessarily anything to say about giving +2/+2, but what really annoyed me was the fact that, like this card here, this one gets out of something that Light has for a lot of its cards, which is like Asterius. Asterius only gives +2/+2 for all your creatures with 2 attack or less. But Prey of Desperate is a much better Asterius. Why? Because from turn 5 to turn 6, as you know, unless you have a mana pip, you have to wait 2 turns. So it's a much faster, and you probably played against Agrolite. You know how you've lost big time turn 2 because of all the ward creatures, protected creatures, full board, and then Prey of the Desperate into death. And to make matters worse, they can play another one. So let's say turn 3, they are able to play Radiant Dawn. So the cards are buffed. You should not be able to play Prey of the Desperate turn 5. So that was my opinion. That's why I hated the card, because the card on its own is not amazing. It's the fact that Light has all the Echo cards now, and has really good ones. So they now just completely destroy the card. So back to Radiant Dawns. I mean, in fairness, Prey of the Desperate was a win condition most times, but Aggro Light still has a lot of buffs. So Asterius will come back, that's for sure. You still have there's so many buffs. Benevolent, Holy Writ, so many buffs. So yeah, I think the team just decided that Light doesn't need more of this anymore. Because if they were to leave this, they'll probably have to do more damage to the Echo card. So yeah, this is going to be make a lot of people happy, and other people are going to be extremely upset. For me, I'm happy to not lose against Agrolite anymore. I have not played this weekend rank yet. I'll play after this, and I hope I don't see this card. Okay, so those were the 2 biggest cards, Dralamar and this one. Dralamar you wouldn't see that much, but Prey of the Desperate, if you're playing aggro, you know what's gonna happen. So Warrant Issuer, a card I've not seen being played. 5 mana for 5. At the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 Etheric Militant. I think that's the one that decreases your opponent's creature if he gets attacked or something like that. For 3 extra mana, which at turn 8, which again it's this empowered 3 to a 5 mana card. It's like, yeah, it takes a long time to get to turn 8, but okay, summon a copy of this creature. That's why you've never seen this card being played, because there is no such place in the current aggro or control formats for this card. So it's going to be now 4 mana, 4/5, good stats. Empower 1, increase the mana cost of a creature in your opponent's hand by 2, up to a maximum of 9. Ooh. Okay, well, this card became immediately relevant. This card is definitely gonna see some attempt of being placed in some control decks. It's a 4 mana 4/5, and you can completely break your opponent's chance of coming back to the board because it increases an opponent. So basically, for 5 mana, actually, for 5 mana, 4/5, increase one of your opponent's creatures by 2. Up to a maximum of 9, so there is no chance of breaking anything. But it's thinking like it could damage a Dralamar, it could damage so many things. Wow. Yeah, that's a good one. Good change. Swan Lady of Whispers, a card I've not seen being played. Good stats, give +1/+1 to this creature for each other friendly creature from another domain. Okay, I mean, the furthest you've seen Deception trying to play this type of new mechanic on Mortal Judgment was with Galatea and the Pact of something, which got buffed recently. 2 mana gets 3 1 mana war cards. So what's the change here? After you summon a creature from another domain, draw a card. Okay, this is not a change, this is a buff. And this is a big buff. Yeah. So you're probably going to see this card being played. If Deception wants to draw, forget Galatea. I mean, there could still be a place for Galatea because of the stats. Very good card, it gives you a free card. Now with a Pact of something, I forgot the name. With this, some free draw. It's not once per turn, it's after you summon a creature from another domain, draw a card. Okay. Yeah. You're definitely gonna see Deception trying to play this. I will try. I'm not even a big Deception player. Yeah. Good one. I think for our next video I'll probably try to do a tier list of the changes. I think that will be fun to actually rank. That's just a mental note for myself. I would like, because now I have gone through probably half the list and I just don't remember which ones I said that good changes are. But yeah, probably the most broken change I've seen so far. I would say this is the best change so far in terms of being broken. Let's see if there was another one. Forgot what this one does. Mountain Watcher. Yeah, maybe an B tier. Dralamar. Crap. Yeah, this one. Armor Heist so far, and this one. Probably the most broken changes I've seen so far. Okay, Cadence of the Infinite Sands. I think this will be the second or the third time they try to change this card, because this card again I have not seen any play. 8 mana 9/9, unlock a mana lock, refresh 9 mana, draw a card, and your creatures gain Gold Blaze and Twin Strike. Again, this is a very good card if only survives. It's an ability card without anything to protect it but stats. So this is a card you have to wait for your next turn. You basically tell your opponent, you kill me, you kill this creature, or you dead next turn. Gold Blaze Twin Strike. 9 mana. You know what this means? You know what this means? You play this, it survives. Next turn you can play any creatures, activate the ability, and play even more. Obviously they don't get the Gold Blades, but very broken card if only it survives. The only place I could see this card surviving will be something with Deception to hide it. Yeah, they could give Hidden to this card, and then yeah, it's a win condition. But again, games don't last on turn 8. And if they do, and if you have time to play this card, you're probably already winning. So it's always a tricky thing. Anyway, what's the change here? So it's only a text change, so it will still be 8 mana. 2, can't attack. At the end of a turn, shuffle the strongest enemy creature into the opponent's deck and pull the strongest friendly creature in your void to the board. Shuffle the strongest enemy creature to the opponent's deck. Okay, so you're talking about your opponent having a creature. I could see this finding some place in Control Light. It's a good card now. Yeah. Good change. makes it just justifiable 8 mana. The fact that he can't attack, you have the 9/9 there. Okay, it's not vulnerable to, but it's impactful. It's a very impactful change at 8 mana turn. You're getting rid of one of your biggest opponent creatures and summoning something else. So we're sure going to see some people experimenting around this card. Blizzard Bolts. Oh boy. Yeah. Sad to see this one go. I used to be surprised when people will prefer to play this instead of playing the Star Shard Bolt, but this card has a very interesting concept to it, which is you obviously either use it initially to control the board. Let's say you play Control Magic, or use it as aggro. Then you just go to your opponent's face. So now they're getting rid of this. Deal 3 damage to a creature and put it to sleep. I mean, together with the ping, the fact you put it to sleep could be extremely useful. More useful than a Star Shard Bolt for big creatures. So, will Star Shard Bolt be better than this? I don't think so, because the put it to sleep could be really, really helpful to buy Control Mage sometime. Now, does that stop going face? Yes. Yes. Which is, in all honesty, something I do like a lot about Control Mage right now, which is probably what I'm going to be playing, and I've been playing for the at least last week, Control Magic. And we can rank it's the flexibility that Control Magic has the best removals, has good ramp, and then if your opponent is playing something annoying like Control Light, where they just freeze your board and you cannot rely on things like Helium, you just start going face with your spells and you win. So, okay, fair change. Okay, another card not seen being played. The last one for changes. Series Arbiter of the Trial. I was worried I was going to trigger series now. Better not say it. So it's a 5 mana 5/5. Okay, stats. After you play a card with Echo, refresh one mana. There's been absolutely no need for this card. So it'll be a 6 mana now. With 2 things. While this creature is in your hands, its mana cost is 6 minus each point of health your god has lost below 10. And then roar, set your god's health to 10. So if you're almost dying, this is like a free healing. This could see some place in death, maybe. Interesting. We don't have many cards that do that. Set. Death has one that sets both gods to 20. There's probably another one I'm missing. But, okay, yeah. Interesting change. That will do for the changes. And we have 4 more nerfs. Oh boy, Metamorphosis. Ooh. I'm sure everyone is going to be interested on this one. Spoiler, I'm spoiling here because I forgot to put all gold. Metamorphosis, one of the cards that people love to hate. I can't tell for all the people. Every time we see Metamorphosis being played, either by me or my opponents, people just hate this card. So now it will be a 2-mana card. It's fair. The card is really good. It doesn't only change your creature. It doesn't only change your opponent's creatures. It changes both, and it's super impactful. 2 mana, fair. It's still going to be a good card. I think it was about time. Line in the Sands. Okay. Without even reading what changes, I have to say that I did not agree with this. It's not because the card itself is particularly broken. It's just it introduces a potential problem. Because as you know, Light has Order, which is a mechanic. We have Sleep as a mechanic. And now this card is just like, well, I'm gonna freeze your creatures, and there's nothing you can do about that. You can't silence If you know what I mean from Hearthstone, you can't do anything. Your creatures are just there for a turn. That really made me scratch my head when I saw this. So what's the change now? Next change: give each enemy creature can't attack gods for 1 turn. Okay. So I guess there could be a way to remove this type of effects in the future. It's not just if each enemy creature can't attack. So I guess you will show in your creature that you are under that effect, and hopefully there will be like a let's say a Valka's Discovery. I think that's the name, where in the future you could just remove all your cards' effect and then attack as normal. So I think it's a fix in that sense. So hopefully this is a path in the right direction. Oh boy. Either Snap. No more 3 mana, 4 mana. So sorry, but you're still not gonna find yourself with 2 Elder Snaps at 0 mana cost with the Dralamar. Which was still, I kinda missed that. A lot of people probably try to put their Elder Snaps at 0 mana, play Dralamar and just, I mean, Dralamar will still be relevant. Because Mage has a lot of cards to reduce cost, so yeah, I think it'll be better off just having the other bugs. It's a nerf. It's probably a rest in peace card. Final one, Ludian Thespian. This card is quite problematic in hidden deception, which we're seeing a lot right now. So what's the change here? Okay, looks like it's the same, but only give +1 strength, and I completely agree. Because if you're lucky, this is a 4 mana, 3/1 with 1 or 2 buffs. Especially if you get the safe one, if it's hidden, you're probably just going to pick that one because it's guaranteed 3 stats that are kind of protected. And you're buffing. I think they should have at least. I'm not. Personally, I don't care this card is being affected this way because I wouldn't play this, and whenever I would face this, it will be a bit of a nightmare because this is quite a consumable buff. If it's fair, I don't know. I think it's quite a significant buff that they maybe could have reduced the costs. 4 mana only gives +1. Oh, it is what it is. I don't think it's a good change, but it's a nerf nonetheless. And that's it. So, final notes. Let's just read. These are the first set of changes for the core set refresh, Immortal Judgments, which will be coming over the next couple of months. And yeah, I think this balance change is something they've announced a few days ago that was coming. Oh, there's some spoiler there. We expect you've gotten to the end here and are asking why this or that particular card hasn't changed. Anubians, for example. If you're gonna change Anubians, you have to change Gleamweavers. I cannot recall any other cards right now that would probably deserve a change. Anubians, I guess so, yeah. Not personally, because Anubians have been my saving grace for many weekend ranks, where I still didn't know what the hell was going on with all of these core set refresh, Immortal Judgment, new cards, and meta overall. Yeah. So again, just to highlight, my favorite changes are this one in terms of power. Not that I like this change in particular. 2 mana, pull your opponent's relic to your hand, so it's a cutthroat to your opponent's deck, and that's gonna annoy a lot of people. This is an interesting change. It will become a good tech card. And this one, it's kind of a broken change, so expect it to be nerfed. Probably, because I'm pretty sure Control Deception will definitely try to play this. Anyway, so this will do for this video. It was fun to finally be able to do a video again about balance, since it's most of the community's opinion that the meta has been, in my opinion, the meta has been balanced in a way, but boring. We're finally going to be a shakeout. I I think nature gets the most significant hit here. Then you have the odd one, especially aggro deck. I get aggro, yeah, aggro is taking a hit here. So basically, there's gonna be a bit more late game. Okay, well, I think this will do for this video. It was fun to do. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to catch you on my live streams. See you in the next one. Bye bye.